true greatness. The great Tao is everywhere. It is on both the right and the left. All things rely upon it for their existence, and it sustains them. It draws praise but is not proud. It lovingly nourishes everything and is not possessive. It desires nothing, and so it is considered small, yet everything returns to it, so it should be considered great. The wise do not appear great among others, and so they reveal their true greatness. That is chapter 34 of the Tao Te Ching, True Greatness, it's titled. And the question that arose in reading this is how much is wasted on the appearance of greatness rather than true greatness itself? And how much is wasted of what? Of time, of money, of love, of effort, of this finite life that we have, of value itself. How much is wasted into pushing toward something? The Tao Te Ching has already warned us in previous chapters about the dangers of striving. Instead, it requests that we consider effortless flow, stillness, silence, being like a child with our curiosity and seeing the world through new eyes. There are so many different ways that it suggests live a good life. And in no circumstance does it actually mandate or suggest specific laws or policies that should be put into place to limit some versions of happiness that are undesirable, or suggest that some versions of happiness are superior to others. In fact, it turns that on its head. It says, the great Tao is everywhere. It's on the right, it's on the left, it's above, it's below. It is in the 6 dimensions, rather the 6 boundaries of the world. I'm pulling here from a selection from Zhuangzi, which is another one of the 3 primary texts of Taoism. And I'll read just a portion of this briefly. It says, before the way got branched out into territories, speech had not yet become commonplace with ideas of what is right, and thus making up the demarcations. Allow me to describe these demarcations. They are left and right, principles and justice. There are division and dispute, competitiveness and strife. These are the 8 ways of human conduct. Taoism does something that is particularly frustrating. You might notice here that it doesn't actually suggest that this become a common discussion topic. In fact, it says the sage keeps it in his chest, whereas most other people discuss it by telling each other what they should do. This is why we say that you do not genuinely observe others in argumentations. The great way is not named. A strong argument is not communicating. The best that someone can do, because, as this passage goes on and says later, who understands arguments that are not expressed in words? Who understands the way that cannot be trodden? In other words, I can't express what it is to be me. You cannot express what it is to be you. This is a simple reality of the universe that we live in. What we can do is act peacefully. We can respect the consent of others. We can respect that there are differences that will never be resolved. And we can do so in a way that doesn't lead to violence. We can point to this negative space that can't be put into words and simply gesture at it and suggest that by exploring what it is that each person values, rather each person exploring that for themselves, we may be able to come out on the other side with a better understanding of ourselves, a better understanding of value, and in fact, perhaps even catch a glimpse of what it means to be connected.